Well, I just woke up and I'm feeling really crappy because I don't even like talking about it, but I'm trying to sit with the feeling like my psychologist has been telling me to do. Sit with the feeling and don't try and escape it, avoid it, or change it. But my son is an hour and a half away from me, and I really thought that part of his motivation might be to see me, and he said that on the phone, that he was looking forward to seeing me. And I said, well, when you get there, let me know how you go. Let me know when you get there. And he'd said that maybe I could camp where they're staying, and I was like, well, just make sure when you get there, let me know. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I need reassurance. And so I waited and waited all day yesterday. Didn't hear anything. Sent a message, said, did you get there? No answer. And then late last night, I see photos on his girlfriend's Instagram of them, out in the bush and obviously there. And really hurt my feelings. And this morning, I messaged her and just said, he's not responding to my messages. I just was waiting to hear if you got there okay, can you let me know? And I realized that this is another trigger. This is how it goes for me. And then people get so annoyed with me because they don't like this kind of pressure, and then they'll probably pull back, or he'll probably not want to hang with me because it feels like an obligation instead of something that he actually wants to do. But the trigger is not feeling actually wanted around, and that's been the case. This is going back to my childhood trauma stuff. Like, it was quite clear to me that my parents never wanted me around, that I was never a consideration, that nobody ever sat there and said, in all that traveling around, which, everyone else thought was such a glamorous lifestyle, all the places we'd been, and that we were constantly on the move, and that we never stayed in any one place for more than 6 months, and I'm not just talking different houses in the same town, I'm talking different towns, different countries, jumping on airplanes, jumping on boats, driving in vans, like just planes, trains, and automobiles. That's my childhood. And never once did my parents stop and go, is this what's best for the kids? Do you think maybe the kids need a bit more stability or security? Maybe they want to make some friends, feel like they're included in at least a peer group of people their own age. My dad thought, when he thought that I might be lonely when we were traveling around Italy and Spain and Morocco, he got me a dog. I didn't have company of people my own age. I've never had a friendship group of people my own age that I've known since I was a kid. I've got one or two, well, really one friend that I'm still in contact with from when I was a kid. But we've had, long periods of no contact, and we don't live in the same country. So, that person can't be there for me, and I can't be there for them. And I think it's great that, my son has that. He has a really strong peer group that they are inseparable from. And that's a great thing. I'm happy for him. He's got that. And he is part of something. He feels included. He's always been told by his parents that he's wanted and appreciated and loved, and that we're so, we like the person that he is. When I was a kid, not even a kid, like young teenager, I was told by my mother that she loved me because I was her daughter, but as a person she didn't like me at all. I was constantly criticized, constantly put down, really nasty stuff. Like, I can't even repeat some of the things that have been told to me. But as a consequence, I've never felt like anybody's priority, ever. The reason I got so swept up into a full-blown narcissistic relationship and suffered incredible narcissistic abuse from that person, got completely love-bombed and then discarded, was because the reason it worked. And even I afterwards kicked myself, like, how could I have been so stupid not to see all the red flags? How did I not know what was going? And why did I get so addicted to this person and pine so badly for them when they didn't provide me what I needed? And how did an intelligent person like me get sucked into a relationship like that? Because I was desperate to be loved. I was desperate to be wanted and accepted. And love bombing is an incredibly effective tool for someone like me that's never felt that. And that is the number one trigger. I realize all my emotional setbacks come from that one feeling of just prioritize me. Make me feel like you want to be with me. Pixie's trying to snuggle up to me right now. Come on, little one. You know, she does a good job of it. You want me, don't you, puppy girl? You appreciate me. She comforts me when I'm upset. She doesn't like it at all. Yeah, I know. I love you too. I know, puppy. I know. I'm trying to talk to the video, sweetie. You're getting a little bit. I appreciate you very much, but you're very in my face right now. How do you sit with that feeling? How do you not want to tell that person that just made you feel, that triggered your reaction, triggered that feeling of abandonment and rejection and non-prioritizing, without making them feel crap? Because it's not really their problem. It's not their job to make me feel that way. It's definitely not my kid's job to make me feel that way. But when it doesn't happen, I hurt. It feels like the worst heartache in the world. It really does. It's like I actually feel it physically in my chest, like this really heavy, tight feeling comes into my chest. Why? Why aren't I good enough to anybody in the whole world? It's not that I don't think I'm good enough, although I guess at my core I mustn't feel that I'm good enough, because otherwise it would be to water off a duck's back, right? It wouldn't affect me. But that's the hard part, is feeling like I'm a good person. I'm worthy. I deserve to be loved and appreciated. And the confusion that comes from not understanding why. Why are you nobody's priority? Why does nobody call you? Why? Why does nobody call or text and just say, hey, thinking about you, hope you're okay? And I sometimes think that when I'm posting videos of myself being, happy and out and about and enjoying my traveling life and going kayaking and going walking, and maybe people think I don't need anything because I'm happy on my own. But my being happy on my own is an adaptive strategy, I guess you'd call it, I would much rather be happy with a bunch of people that really love me and want me around. Trust me. I've had to make an adaptation because of the lack of that. I do those things on purpose. Like I do anything else I can to fill the void with nature, with my dog, with my caravan, with just trying to keep myself occupied with my saxophone, filling my mind and my day and my eyes with things that please me, to fill the enormous void that's been left from never having really been a first consideration. And when, my parents would, my family, not just my parents, my mum, my dad, my sister, whenever I get upset, they think it's from one particular incident that happened at a certain pinpoint moment in time. They don't realize that it's not. It's not. It was from a period of time that extended over years, where I felt like I was struggling on my own out here in the world, even as a little kid, out on my own, wandering around in the bushes by myself, wandering streets by myself. I'm talking 10, 11, 12 years old, 8, 9 years old, riding my horse off into the countryside by myself. Something I would never let my kids have done, I had to do that because they didn't want me around. They told me, go outside, go somewhere else, don't be here. We can't handle you. You talk too loud. You're just annoying. And it's a miracle that I don't believe I'm annoying. I don't believe I'm a bad person. I don't believe I don't deserve love. But unfortunately, the program's in my head. And my automatic reaction is just, I want to retreat even further. The more I feel that sense of rejection or abandonment or not wantedness, not includedness, the more I want to withdraw. The more I feel like saying, well, stop you. I'm always the one who's seeking out. I'm always the one that'll drive across the country to spend time with my kids. I'm the one that'll call my friends and text my friends and ask them if they're okay. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Because nobody does that for me. And none of them call or text me. And if my family, like recently tried to, after years of nothingness, sorry, but you've lost your chance now. I can't go back to the same feeling of just because, kind of like being in that relationship with a narcissist. Just because I'm so desperate to be felt like somebody's actually thinking about me or wants to know what's going on for me, I'll go, oh, okay, yeah, let's communicate again. And I know with them that the program will revert back to, we can't be there for you because blah, 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 blah. It'll always go back to that. It always has, it always will, it'll never change, and I'll suffer that initial feeling of injury over and over again. I can't put myself through that anymore, and that's why I have to go no contact with them, because they just hurt me over and over and over and over again. And there's never been any acknowledgement of how disruptive to my mental health, how damaging that type of upbringing really was. It's taken me this long to identify what was the problem. I never really knew what the problem was. I mean, being criticized and, put down and dismissed and rejected and literally abandoned, abandoned with one parent or the other parent while the other one went off and did something completely different, or being left with our grandmother while both of them went off and did their own thing with various other partners coming and going throughout my childhood. So many changes, so much disruption, so hurtful. I didn't want to make a whole video about where they went wrong and why it hurt so bad, because that's stuff I'm dealing with my therapist, But it's mainly, I guess, the purpose of this, it's dealing with the triggers. It's dealing with the reenactment of that initial hurt. And, being told to sit with that feeling. Just let it be. It feels horrible. I've never felt it. It's just It's like when you have a breakup with someone you're really madly in love with. You know that kind of pain and hurt. You're having that every single time somebody just doesn't do something that you expected them to do. They don't call, they don't text, they don't keep you in the loop, they don't make you feel like an important part of their plans. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm still working on how to sit with that. And I don't like the feeling. I don't like it. And I don't want to blame everyone else for making me feel this way. I mean, I'm the one doing the feeling. It's me, right? These are the moments. This is me. One of these days when I really don't want to get out of bed at all. And my heart hurts so badly. And I know there'll be good moments again, and I will go out and seek them. I will find them, but for the moment, I just need to feel crappy for a little while. Hey, Pixie. Yeah, your mama don't feel so good. I know. Thanks for the snuggles, Bubby. Thanks for the snuggles. I know you don't like it when I cry, do you, puppy girl? You look in my tears. You're so sweet. Thank God for my dog. Thank God for you, Pixie.